I always was a believer of God. I used to know the Bible front to back. People could ask me questions. You could basically say at the time it was like a hafiz of the Bible. All I hear from a long distance is just a pow. The bullet missed me like maybe about an inch, and it was just in the wall behind me. That was my eye waking. Where am I gonna go with this? Where am I gonna go with life? I don't feel like I'm in the right place. I knew all of these things, but things still weren't adding up to me. If Jesus is who we're supposed to be praying to, who did he pray to? He says, "Why thou hast forsaken me?" But who's thou? Who is he talking to? So then later on, I learned about Malcolm X.
One God, the creator of the universe.
And they were like belief in one God and one God only. Little by little, as I started taking a look at myself in Islam, I was a Muslim and I didn't even know it.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Melvin, Felix. Thank you for accepting our invitation. We are very happy to have you with us. I want to start with, who is Melvin Felix? Can you tell us briefly about your life?
Oh, alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I was born in Puerto Rico, but I was raised in New York as a little kid. I took my shahada at the age of 15. So before Islam, like I said, I was raised as a Catholic. Every Sunday going to church. That was pretty much a lot of my upbringing. I was baptized, I did my Holy Communion. So, I was pretty involved with my faith. I was doing community work even with the church. But some things weren't adding up to me during that time period.
And what didn't make sense to you in Christianity? Did you have problems about that faith?
When I was a Catholic, a lot of the Trinity was pushed towards me. But one thing that I always, like I said, I read the Bible a lot. I knew it back and forth. And when the Prophet Musa, alayhi salam, he brought out the 10 Commandments and it stated, believe only in one God and thy God. The Trinity was just always like something that never added up to me. It didn't make any sense. If Jesus is who we're supposed to be praying to, who did he pray to? That we're taught as Catholics that there was a thief next to Prophet Isa alayhi salam come to the kingdom and be forgiven, and he forgives him. But at that time, while he's also on the cross, he says, "Why thou hast forsaken me?" But who's thou? Who is he talking to? Why is he pondering, like they always have him looking up into the sky, trying to talk to God? And my thing is, if he's supposed to be who we're praying to, why is he reaching out to somebody else in order to answer his prayers, in order to resolve certain situations in his life? So that didn't make any sense to me. 1 and 3. So, I would ask questions about it, but it was just mostly answered, it's blasphemy. You shouldn't really be asking about these questions. This is your faith. This is what you're committed to. But to me, that wasn't good enough. I was more on a logical aspect. So to me, logically, it just wasn't giving me the answers that I needed. I was more roaming around. I was soul searching to try to see what was the right thing for me.
How was your life before Islam?
During my early childhood years, around 11 years old, I started gangbanging. And one day I was just sitting down and I was playing a game of dominoes, and this is a time period where I'm kind of more calming down. I mean, I'm still somewhat involved, but I'm not heavily involved like I used to be. And I'm just at the table playing dominoes. And all I hear from a long distance is just a pow. So as soon as I hear the pow, I get up and I run inside the house. So when I came outside and I looked where I was sitting at when I was playing dominoes, the bullet missed me like maybe about an inch, and it was just in the wall behind me, right in my seat.